Hello everyone, this is Mayen and I wanted to share with you how to make one of these. These are the homemade cake boards that I make out of foam core boards that I buy from my local craft store, Michael's. Now this one that I've already made is 10 inches in diameter and I've already put fondant here, and I've also put ribbon on the side. Now, what you're going to need to make these cake boards would be a foam board that you can buy from your local craft store. Now, this is 20 by 30 inches, and it's 3/16 of an inch thick. Now, to make a cake board this thick, you would need 3 layers of this foam core board. What you need to do is to trace your desired shape and size on the board. You need 3 of those and cut it. You can use a cutter, and as soon as I get this done, I'll be back and I'll show you my 3 circles. Okay guys, to cut the cake board, I use this type of cutter because it gives control when you're tracing the blade across the line. So in my experience, I need 2 passes. So the first is to just trace it slowly, and then when you're done, the second part is to move the cake board, in this case, beyond the edge of your table or your counter, and then use your cutter and kind of poke on the side until it goes through. So it's going to be easier at this point. Gosh, this is so hard just holding the camera like this, so I apologize if it's making you dizzy. But once you do this, it's going to be easier for you to trace or cut the whole side of the board. Instead of, making that, it's going to make the side of the board really, well, it's not smooth. I can't think of the word, but on your second pass, it's going to be a lot easier and smoother. So I'm just going to finish this up, and I'm going to show you the finished circles later. Okay, now here, guys, I have the 3 circles that I've already cut. The next thing you need to do is to glue them together. You gotta find the smoothest way that these 3 are going to be glued together. And you can either use tacky glue or a spray adhesive to do that. And we're just going to do that right now. Now I think well, the purpose and why I'm showing you guys this is because I wanted to give you guys an alternative, and you don't really need a lot in making these cake boards, because it saves you a couple bucks. I think in the store 14 inches would be close to 16 bucks for a pair. I think, yeah, for a pair. If you were to put fondant here and put a ribbon on the side, you can opt not to buy the special foil for the cake boards and just use regular aluminum foil. But if you're going to put the cake here and have the foil seen, then I would recommend getting the more sturdy kind of foil, or with the ones with design and stuff, just to make it a little more presentable. So now I'm going to show you how to cover it with just regular aluminum foil. You're probably going to need 2, yeah, you are going to need 2 sheets of the aluminum foil. Put this tiny one around the other side. I'm gonna just approximately position our cake board. I'll give a quick spray. Kind of flatten it out as much as you could. And the next thing you need to do is to, well, of course, stick the board to the foil and then cut the sides of this foil. All right. Now you're gonna, doesn't have, you could even use it for your cake, you know. Okay, so it's not a perfect circle, but it's fine. Before you spray that, you gotta cut the sides into smaller strips, and probably about 1.5 inches apart. All right, now that we've cut the sides into about 1.5 inches strips to 2 inches, then lightly spray around the circle so that we can stick the side, the foil on the side to the base of your board. So since these are strips, it's not going to be perfect, but don't worry, since we're going to cover this anyway with fondant and ribbon, it's going to be just fine. After you've done that, I kind of flatten the side of the board by just pressing it against a smooth, flat surface, which happens to be our countertop. Smooth it out, and at this point I'm pretty happy with it. What you can find at the stores looks pretty much similar to this, and this is something that costs probably less than $5, even less, because for two whole-size boards is $6. You can make this and a couple more because there's still extra. And again, you can either cover this with fondant and then use a ribbon, or buy the stronger foil and use it as is. So I hope this simple tutorial will help those guys, those newbies, and those who just want to save a couple bucks. And besides, if you want some shape or some size that you can't find in the stores, not all of them are available, whenever you go there, so you could always consider this as your plan B. You have a couple boards always available, and then you can make it. Thank you so much, guys, and just email me for questions and suggestions. So please be kind when you do so. Anyway, thank you so much, and you have a great day. Bye.